You probably don't want to focus on debating in your interpersonal relationships, because the goal of debate is quite different than the goal of most relationships.
Or you're debating somebody on a stage, in which case your goal is basically to humiliate that person as badly as possible.
Yes. Whenever there's a pattern between you and them and you're not on the same page, immediately they look for fault. And they look for the question, who in here is the bad guy? Guess who that's going to be? Along with that, then you're going to see a lot of insults and criticisms. There can be name calling and lies and cursing and foul kind of communication because...
If you weren't responsible, let me ask you this very clearly. If you weren't responsible, let me ask you the question and you simply answer. If you weren't responsible...
Some fucking nerve pinning it on me when I got us out of it. I am going to fucking... Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. You are some fucking nerve when I shaved your fucking ass. I'm always the one that has to somehow settle them. Whether it's with the bank, whether it's with lawyers, whether it's with clients.
Give me an example of what you're talking about.
How did we manage to get out of foreclosure, both properties? I'm the one that dealt with Chase for a year and a half.
Okay, as I remember, the reason we were in foreclosure is because...
When adjusting this analogy to maladaptive narcissism, we see that the same thing actually happens. There's a problem with the aircraft, the pilot saves everyone, the pilot is the hero. The only difference now is that we learn that the pilot caused the damage to the elevator in the first place.
The reason we were in foreclosure is because you weren't paying the taxes for over a year. And...
I wasn't paying.
Right, because you're the one who handles the money because you don't allow anyone else to do it. And the reason that we went to lawyer is because of your bankruptcy, that you didn't designate me as someone who had interest in the property. So both those cases, how did I create that problem? How did I create that problem, Henry? Which one are you blaming me for?
They may put you in a situation that becomes problematic, and you are actually blamed for either getting upset or having to deal with the consequences of the problem. And what I've heard most often is, well...
He was awful to my mother, awful. Tried to make her feel small. He seemed to get pleasure out of it, making her feel silly, making her feel unsure of herself.
There's something that is dangerous. They're using words like idiot, stupid, crazy. Know that these are not healthy relationships.
Blanks, just fill in the blank. Well, you're an accountant. Of course, you're going to be pedantic about the numbers and stingy, or you're this, or you're that. Ethnic groups, gender, whatever it is. They'll use some label that negates your experience because you're one of them, whatever that group is. Of course, you're emotional. You're whatever you are. Okay, these are tactics, but
you're gaslighting and projecting. This is what Republicans do.
You fucking idiot.
What we know is a lot of bad abusive relationships reduces your ability to act because the only input they're getting is from each other. And if I'm being told I'm stupid, all that stuff starts to impact how people behave, and it brings down their normal personality.
We've discussed numerous times, and we have to obviously reiterate it. Yeah, because I'm so stupid. Reiterate it.
That is the exact opposite of respect. That is belittling, it's abusive, and this is a major red flag, and you should not tolerate it. This is a major red flag, and you should not tolerate it. Kind of taking it a step further, do not ever let your partner call you names. This is number 4. And especially if they sort of dismiss it, this is called gaslighting, when they call you a bitch, or they call you, they like make fun of you, they call you names you don't like, and then they're like, what's wrong with you? Can't you take a joke? I didn't really mean it. If your partner is calling you names, this is not a form of connection. This certainly does not recognize shared values. They're not resolving conflict, they're creating it.
You call and ask, go call and ask Lena, somebody with a brain.
Mark, what do you think gaslighting is?
Irrelevant to the case.
Yes, exactly.
Closed for you here. Here you go. These are for the Hamptons. These aren't for camp.
The subtext of everything Hannah said these days was, you fucking idiot.
I wanted corn checks, not flakes.
You fucking idiot.
Okay. Mark, what do you think gaslighting is?
Irrelevant to the case.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking idiot.
Which we've discussed numerous times, and we have to obviously reiterate it.
Fucking idiot.
And Clay, what is the most common vascular mass?
Hepatocellular carcinoma.
That would be correct if a hepatocellular carcinoma were either vascular or the most common anything. It's a meningioma.
Fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, Clay. I don't mean to be an asshole, if I am.
It's that complete, you're nothing. You're nothing.
They'll go into the mocking and ridiculing style of communication. They want to neutralize you and anything that you have to say with sarcasm. And
Go call an escalator.